Hello and welcome to this video on the Huzzah Castle Great Orc Challenge. Sorry it's a bit late, but at least it's here for you now, and in today's video we'll be covering this event like we have with previous events, with me looking at what are the best items you can get, how you can earn the most crowns possible if you're new to this sort of event, and if the event's even worth paying for. You can skip to any parts of this video with these times here, but all the information can be useful and there will still be a diamond giveaway at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around till then. So onto the event. When I look at these items, I have very mixed opinions about them. At first glance, I don't think they're actually that amazing compared to previous events, but when I revisited the items again to create a top 3 list, I start to struggle to pick which are my best items, only because none of them really stand out apart from one, and again that will be on a specific person. But here's my list anyway, and see what you all think. The third best item I think you can get from this event is actually going to be split between 2 items, because it actually does depend on what you have in your squad. If you have an assassin, like a shadow fighter or legionnaire, then I would say the Horde's Hunter gear will be the best choice for you. This will keep both types of fighters alive for a much longer period of time and allow them to deal the damage to the enemy, but I don't see this actually working out for archers as they don't have the abilities to avoid damage in the first place. But if you don't have any assassins or high damage tanks, then the Grunt Plate Mail will actually be your next best choice. This is because everyone will have a tank of some sort, and once you're able to get to an ancient set level, you'll most likely have around 35,000 armor or more, so you can expect to deal at least 42,000 damage plus every once in a while just for wearing the armor. And this number is very likely to go up once you take into account of actually making this item into an ancient, or by even adding a rune to it. In second place for the next best item to look out for, and that'll be the Troll's Power Amulet. This amulet increases the physical armor and magical armor of all allies within a small radius of the amulet wearer's armor value by 48%. This basically means this amulet will have the most effect being used on a tank, as they have the most physical and magical armor to begin with, but at the same time this is only likely to help out your other tanks and not your other team members. So for anyone using a tank mage combo, then this would actually make the best ideal case scenario on using it on them instead. This will actually help out your mages to become very tough to kill and help your team survive greatly. Now here's what I think about the best item you can get from this event, and that is the Horde's Chieftain Ring. Now I've picked this item to be first because I think with this on the right person, this could cause a lot of damage to the enemy team. Most people have someone with daggers, like a shadow fighter. Some people have the Space Ranger crossbow, which allows them to attack 2 people at once, and the most fortunate will either have a rapid fire crossbow or a 2-piece or above on the Dragonborn. Now as long as you have one of these things above, ideally the rapid fire crossbow, you can be sure that this ring is going to be activated very frequently. You can also expect this to deal nearly twice the damage once it's been built into an ancient item, but if anyone has already received the item, it'll be great to know for concrete what this can actually do once it's been upgraded, so please leave your message down below. Now this is just my personal list, and I'm sure a lot of people will have their different opinions, as I do find that this one is a bit of a close one to choose between. So please make sure you message down below on what you think is actually the best item you can get from this current event, and like anyone else's comments that you actually agree with. Just a quick focus on the artifact, because some people actually do like to know what I think about it, and personally I wouldn't even be bothered about getting this artifact or not. This might be because I'm full on great artifacts, but I do feel like that this artifact is just a bit too weak to be considered for most people if you're already full on previous event artifacts. I would actually consider this though if you have a strong durable tank and haven't actually given them any special artifacts as of yet. But apart from that, it's not actually going to be something I can recommend unless a rune can really change the description to make it say it will affect 2 random enemies instead of just 1, and then still give it the chance of spreading after that. So now we've covered the best items in my opinion, let's talk about how you can actually earn the most crowns possible to receive these rewards that you might want. I'll be starting with the best ways of earning crowns all the way down to my least favourite approaches. Huzzah Castle have also added new ways of earning these crowns, so the list will be different to normal and might change over the coming events if everything stays the same. We'll also be covering this over things you should be doing every single day, and then the things you should do when you get the time. So in first place of earning the most crowns possible is simply by doing your quests, and I mean the main quest over the next 11 days or so. There's plenty to work on, and if you have brought the pass, then there's literally going to be twice as much for you to work towards. This will also earn you crowns anyway for working towards these quests, but let's move on to the second best thing you can do to earn these crowns. And that's going to be doing your gem base as usual. You can earn a total of 76 crowns if you complete the whole gem bay, and you can generally do this within a few minutes. If you haven't got premium for whatever reason, then this might not actually be the best thing for you to do because it's just going to take a lot longer for yourself. The next best way of earning crowns is now going to be through doing the lighthouse. Now you might be wondering, why is that? And that's because you can actually attack these random people for absolutely free, costing you no resources, and it's actually be quicker than doing arenas. Now they do only earn you 4 crowns per win, but this is something you can do within 2 minutes, and you can start doing other things while it refreshes. The third best thing to do to earn crowns, and that should be done every single day, is doing your invasions. This is something you don't want to skip, and is now even more accessible to do with the auto battle feature. This means this can be done even quicker, and you can even cancel your auto battles at any time if you really do need to come away quickly or do something else in the meantime. Do bear in mind though, when you have only an hour or definitely 30 minutes left, you won't be able to use this feature because that's just how Hustle is, so make sure you do keep this in mind and try and do it before that time. Something you should be doing throughout most of your day is going to be arenas where possible. Each win will grant you 6 crowns, but if you do struggle in arenas, leave your ID in the comments and ask people to check out your squad and give advice on what you can actually do to improve your chances. We do have a great community here, so I'm sure someone's going to be able to help you out. Doing your portals is something that you're not going to want to miss out on. You'll earn crowns for each level that has a crown on it, and it's normally the ones that has a chest on it as well. And you can do this once per week, and because this comes around once a week and super easy to do, just make sure you do what you can before all those souls are taken away from you, considering you can now do these auto battles. And it does look a bit confusing, and if you have any questions, again make sure you comment down below. We're now at the point where these things are still good to do, but aren't worth as much compared to the previous things I've mentioned. So if you're not good at doing arenas and your PvPs are difficult for whatever the situation you're in, have a look at doing your dungeons. Not only for completing the whole dungeon will you be able to earn around 30 to 40 crowns most times, this will actually help improve your hero over time to enable you to take part in arenas and PvPs more efficiently. If you are only around for a limited time, then rushing PvPs for some quick rounds could be the way to go. You earn 5 crowns for every win you get, so if you have your trophies low overnight, you can wake up and just attack a lot of random people before you get to work or school in just under 10 minutes, and this way you can have plenty of crowns to show for it. This is somewhat last on the list because you can't always guarantee your clan will help you out, and that's by winning waypoints in your clan wars. If you have a good clan, you can expect to have 4 clan wars a day and fully edited. If this is the case and you're not actually a very strong person for your clan, try and join someone that's actually fairly strong every time, and this would increase your chances of earning these crowns, and in my case 38 of them. When it comes to bosses, I forgot to actually spawn out a normal boss this time around, so I actually don't know if you can actually earn crowns for defeating the normal bosses. But what I do know for certain is by attacking the personal boss you do receive crowns depending on how many lives you take off of them. The personal boss is going to be last because it actually highly depends on how strong your squad is and how many lives you can take away from them, so this will depend on your squad situation if this should be higher up on your list. I'm going to say now, I would ignore the marquees for earning your crowns, unless your clan is proficient in winning more times than not, but for most people this would be just a waste of time as they're still highly unbalanced. That looks like we've covered everything here in earning crowns, but if you do have any questions, make sure you leave them down below for me to help you out, or maybe others that come across it first. So out of everything I've said, is it even worth paying for this event? And I can actually say yes to an extent. If you're looking to improve your team overall, and you need a lot of event items still, then this event will still improve your squad in many ways by earning these items. I certainly wouldn't pay for the more expensive pass, in my case $23.99, but I can certainly see why people would pay for the $9.49 one. Especially since that they've made it super easy to earn crowns this time around, and if you do buy any pass, you can be expecting to earn lots and lots of these challenge chests. Anyways, up next we have the diamond giveaway. If you want to join these, all you have to do is go in the description and click on the Gleam link and enter in your in-game ID, and then you have your chance of winning, and this will happen every single week with 10 winners every time. At least for this week's winners, let's see who they are, and as normal I will be hiding all sensitive information for obvious reasons, so well done to everyone that won. You can join the next giveaway now and it's ready down below, and thank you everyone that has made it this far in the video, and enjoy the rest of your day.